Warning, this video contains spoilers. Bastard is a webtoon written by Carnby Kim and illustrated by Yongxing Wang. The story follows the life of Jin Seon, who has a feral body and a psychotic killer as a dad, along with his friend Kyun that he meets at school, who is also the cause of Jin rebelling against his dad, refusing to be his accomplice and help with him with the murders. To help him murder people. In general, I fucked up. So what? So what if I mess up on the script? We also get introduced to Manny Kim, who was Jin's bully turned friend. Jin's dad is a serial killer responsible for many of the missing women. He has a two-faced persona as he acts righteous and kind in public when he's really a twisted psycho who endures murdering women that fit his standards. As Jin knows his place in the world, constantly getting bullied at school while having to be his father's accomplice who uses him to lure women and make them drop their guards, while Kyun is a kind girl who only wants to help Jin. Throughout the story, we get to witness Jin's development as he's constantly changing and growing as a person, while also coming up with ways to outsmart his father and cut all ties with him. The thing I love most about Bastard is the realism of it, along with the great storytelling and art. The story stays consistent with what it puts out, and it always keeps you guessing. The art has a dead tone effect that adds to the story and makes it stand out and makes it seem dreary, which really matches the story that is being told. The sequence of the images also play a big part in why I love it. One of the most distinctive scenes where sequencing plays a big part is the scene where Manny and Mandu capture Jin's dad and try to get him to admit that he was responsible for Manny's family car accident that resulted in him losing his legs and parents. During the altercation, Manny says something to him that makes him snap, with Jin's dad also admitting to killing Manny's parents in the car accident. This event leads to Manny stabbing Manduk and Jin's dad escaping. We then get introduced to one of the most cleanest kills in Bastard, the sequencing that comes into effect after he breaks free. We then get a frame-by-frame sequence of Jin's dad as he kills Manny and Manduk, in such a subtle manner, as it shows all of his movements frame by frame as he goes in to stab them and pour gasoline on them and throw the ladder. This adds to the effect and makes the scene stand out more as we get a major character loss. Skipping over to the ending of Bastard, we finally get all of our questions answered. Jin's dad kidnaps Kyun and makes Jin have to go to him to get her back and threatening that he would kill her. During the altercation, we didn't get to see some of the past more of the past and exactly what happened in Jin's childhood. We learned that Jin actually enjoyed helping his dad kill people, and once his mom found out, she went crazy, which resulted in a car accident. While in the hospital, Jin's dad wanted to come to him, which leads to his mom panicking, which resulting in her throwing him off the roof. In a moment, we learned that Jin's dad actually cared for his son, and it was his mom that threw him off the roof, and not his dad. And that Jin changed his memory to fuck, I keep messing up on the fucking script, for fuck's sake, there's a reason this video never came out! And that Jin changed his memory in order to help him shift see, this is why I don't write 3-page scripts. This is why I don't write this shit. For fuck's sake. And that Jin changed his memory for himself to shift away the guilt of what he done and to suit himself. Which is one of the biggest plot twists in the story, as it's all unraveled. Jin tells his father that he forgives him, which was unexpected. When Jin finally gets to Kyun, we learn that her life was never in danger, which shows that Jin's dad actually cared for his son in his own twisted way. In the final 2 chapters, it all gets wrapped up with Jin's dad jumping off the building to his death, and the painting. In the final 2 chapters, it all gets wrapped up with Jin's dad jumping off the building to his death with a painting that he bought that was named A Father and a Son, which I noticed held a great meaning as it was the painting that he used to cover the hole in the wall that contains the hammer that he used to knock out their victims. As Jin's dad saw that there was a father and as Jin's dad saw as their father and son time, which is one of the greatest symbolisms in the story that I've noticed so far, and it also ends with Jin going to juvie for his crimes that he committed for being accomplice in the murders, which leads to the last chapter being the final part as they show us how it all ended up with Kyun waiting for Jin to be released, with the rest leaving much to the imagination of how their life would be and to go on. Fuck! Why can't I? See, this is why this video never came out. You know, this is the first video actually planned. You know, this is actually the first video that I have it should have come out, but it never came out. You want to know why? Because I didn't know how to write it. Because I didn't know how to phrase it in a way that would be actually able. Oh my gosh! Oh, fuck! This is like breaking the fourth wall in video making. For fuck's sake! Fuck! Where was I at? With the last chapter being the final part, showing us how they all ended up with Kyun waiting for Jin to be released, with the rest leaving much to the imagination of how we think that their life went on from there. In all, Bastard is probably one of my favorite thriller webtoon as of now. It is one of the best that I've had. My gosh, it's not like it's a complex script. You can't read worth a shit, you piece of shit. For fuck's sake. In all, Bastard is probably one of my favorite thorough webtoons as of now. It is one of the best that I've actually read and enjoyed all the way through. The art and the story both fit well together. The art and the story both fit well together. The art and the story both fit well with each other, and I didn't notice any flaws with it as it stuck to the plot and didn't stray from it. I would have to give Bastard a solid 9 out of 10 as it was really amazing, but with a more conclusive ending, it would have been a 10 out of 10. The quality of this one was high and enjoyable. You know what? I'll take the score back. I'll make it an 8. It's an 8 out of 10. It's not really grand or anything. My scaling back then was horrible. Like, do not believe anything that old me would have said because the way that I scored shit back then, nah, that was horrible. Giving something a 10 out of 10 just for being good, it has to be a personal connection or something that made you go, wow, this shit's wow. Not any of this pathetic ass shit like, oh, I can't even say pathetic. Fuck. Also, if you enjoyed Bastard, I would like to recommend Sweet Home as it gives off a similar vibe and is horror based. I can't believe that Sweet Home got an actual film before Bastard. It made no sense. Like, it's even easier to make for what? Oh my gosh. I might also do a video on it once I'm caught up. You can also, yeah, I never did a video on it. I'm sorry. That ain't never gonna happen. I'm too buried up in all the shit that I don't even want to do it. You can also expect good art in it and the storytelling as it's done by the same people who created Bastard. So I would definitely recommend checking it out. Well, that was going to be all for this one. I hope that you guys have a good day, you stay safe out there, and you accomplish whatever you set out to do. And that's going to be all for today, and peace. You know, the ending part is the only part that's never scripted. It's always coming from the heart. No matter what video I'm making, it always slips out at the end. It's like my own little catchphrase or some shit at the end of it. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, this video, I don't even care anymore. You know, just click off, go watch something else for fuck's sake.